When COVID first hit, many people across Green Country worried about being evicted due to lost income and other factors. But thanks to millions of dollars awarded by the Department of Treasury, one local ministry has distributed more than $9 million through the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. 2 News senior reporter Sharon Phillips breaks down how this program works and who can benefit.
Restore Hope Ministries here in Tulsa has been given the enormous responsibility to connect people to these emergency funds to help make sure they're able to stay in their homes. Peter Updike is a local landlord, and he owns 43 rental properties across the city. When COVID first reared its ugly head, he was concerned about his tenants and how some would be able to pay their rent and its impact on his bottom line.
I was worried about my tenants because I know a lot are right on the edge, and then we have mortgages on our properties, and so not getting rent is kind of a scary thing.
One of his tenants is Allison Parker, a mother of 4 who also owns a salon. When COVID hit, she was forced to temporarily close her doors.
A lot of my clients were elderly, and I lost a lot of clients just because of the fear of catching COVID as well.
Because of her lost income, Allison says she was terrified about not being able to pay her rent. That's when the folks at Restore Hope Ministries came to both Peter and Allison's rescue. Jeff Janes is Restore Hope's executive director. He says right now they are distributing almost $1 million a week in rental assistance. This money comes from the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2021, which was passed by Congress in December. The funds go to eligible local governments around the country. Those governments could either come up with a new program to distribute the money or use existing resources like Restore Hope to help.
We just crossed the $9 million mark, which is incredible. And just to put that in perspective, 2 years ago, the entire budget for Restore Hope, our food program, rent, everything all in, all staff, was $1 million.
Jane says to distribute over $9 million since April 1st has taken a lot of work that begins with taking applications.
The best thing to do when you apply would be to make sure you have all the documents that you need. We do need to show that you're a renter, so we need a lease. We need to show that you're under 80% of the area median income, and so we need income documents.
He says the federal program is designed to pay landlords directly. That not only helps them, but also helps the tenants.
And so the tenant, has that burden of debt. And so when we pay the landlord, it helps both parties, and that's a double win.
And Restore Hope helped me pay for 3 months of my rent.
It's a very needed thing.
Here's a breakdown of the numbers. Restore Hope is currently working with more than 1,300 landlords, and they have served over 1,900 households. The average payment per household is around $4,700. Here is what's covered under that federal money. Your past due rent, your past due utilities, including water, gas, propane, and electric. And you can get your rent paid forward for up to 3 months. If you would like to see who qualifies, just head over to our website, kjrh.com, and click on the link to this story. Sharon Phillips, 2 News, Oklahoma.
Thank you, Sharon. Now she's learned that as of now, there's about $8 million remaining between the city and the county resources for rental assistance. This money does have to be spent by the end of September next year.
Now, your 2 News Oklahoma weather, sponsored by Executive Homes.
August in Oklahoma living up to its reputation right now, Mike.
It truly is. And unfortunately, the ragweed season is now officially upon us.
I can tell. We're both sneezing.
All right, yeah. Ragweed gets to me every single year as we take a look at our allergy report. All of the categories just not good. Grass, moderate, and all of that being ragweed. Trees in the high category, mold in the moderate, weeds in the moderate. Normally we should see some of these numbers decrease as the summer progresses, but with such wet conditions this summer, that has aided in higher than normal allergy issues for us here in East Oklahoma. And ragweed season is not fun. We got to get to the first frost, which is a ways away for us here in East Oklahoma. Looking at this picture sent in by our viewers, really cool picture sent in by Brandon. And he was like, this is almost like night and day all in one shot. And this is a crepuscular ray, and it is a really incredible ray where what's happening is the sunlight is being reflected off of a cloud, and the cloud's blocking that, so it's creating the shadow, and then of course it's seeping through here on the left hand side, but there's a thunderstorm way off in the distance as the sun sets, and that's thunderstorm is creating this dark shadow where the sun rays are able to shine through. So it's a pretty cool pic. Thanks for sending that in to Mike Collier WX. Right now, it still feels hot. Look at Tulsa feeling like 93 at the 10 o'clock hour. Bristow at 77. So outline areas in those valleys cooling down some. Mulgee at 86. McAllister, again, feel like temp right now in the mid 80s. There is some hope for some relief as we head towards the extended. Slight chance for a few thunderstorms coming in Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week, which will provide slightly cooler afternoon highs, take us away from being near 100. That's what I'm rooting for. Please, please get us away from 100, as I'm over the summer already. The summer that we've barely had. 5 days at 100 or above here in Tulsa. Normally we see 11. We're then add 6 and 7. And then the temperature begins to decrease. You know, normal high is 93. We already reached our maximum normal high of 95 last week. And now it's on the downward trend. And by September 2nd, we're at 89 for a normal high. Not that I'm counting down. 94 degrees Saturday and Sunday, hot weekend with partly cloudy skies. An isolated thunderstorm not out of the question Sunday afternoon, so outdoor plans be advised, as you might need to move them indoors at times. South winds at 11 miles per hour, so it's still breezy. At the 10 o'clock hour, we climbed to 90 or 100 today after starting off the day at 77. Lower to mid 70s to start our Wednesday morning with partly cloudy skies. A little bit of a southeasterly breeze to start our day. Hot conditions by afternoon. 101 here in Tulsa, Bartlesville 100, and McAllister at 99, and Tahlequah in the upper 90s. So hot and steamy once again. 100 on there Thursday, mid-90s Friday. We look to the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. Lower 90s for your highs. With a slight chance for thunderstorms coming in Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then lower 90s on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I've always wanted to do a whole weathercast and a musical rendition of songs, you know.
That's an
Blame
idea.
It on the rain.
It's an idea. Would like to see it done.
There's a lot of different titles you could choose from.
There is.
Only 2 or 3 more days before kids stop booing and hissing when you go by at the supermarket.
Right, I was walking down the road, people throwing tomatoes at me, you know.
Yeah, only a couple more days.
Exaggeration.
You'll be okay. Coming up next in sports, our high school football previews continue. Checking in with Bill Blankenship and the Owasso Rams.
Now, 2 News Oklahoma Sports.
Well, OU has quality at the running back position, Eric Gray, Kennedy Brooks, but quantity has become an issue. Sophomore Marcus Major ineligible to play this season, academic reasons. 2 other backs, of course, Seth McGowan, Mikey Henderson, dismissed from the team in the offseason. So 3 scholarship backs heading into the year. Welcome into sports, everybody. It's season number 5 for Lincoln Riley as Sooners head coach. No pressure, but Bud, Barry, and Bob all won national titles by season number 4 in Norman. OU preseason number